Yeah, so it's a short video of how to send a mass email from HubSpot here. So first log into HubSpot. This is the home page. And if I go to the left here, I can click marketing and then marketing email. You can see I already have 2 example newsletters that have already been sent. So to start, what I do is I pick one of those and I can just click the clone button over here. So I'm going to do that, and I think I'm just going to send a regular email. Just choose regular, and now you can see the editor. It's a visual editor for the previous email we did, and I'm going to just go to the top here and change the name because it's coming as something to clone and call it January 24B. Obviously, if this is February, you call it February 24. Good, so that's auto saving, so I don't have to do anything except click outside the box and it will change the name. Next thing I want to do, obviously, is go through here and edit the text. So I can do things like, so you see as I mouse over, different things get highlighted. So you go to the little pencil, edit element, and then I can put in some new text here, and then that's done. If I click outside it, if I want to add a new block of text, I can go to the picker on the left, get a text block, and then just drag it over, and you'll see the highlighting come in. Typically I'd stick with the 1 column, so this is automatic text that the system has put in, so you can just go and overwrite that. And you'll notice when you do edit text, you get the ability, I believe, new title to come in and make that be a title. Yes, at the top here, so you see you have bold, italic, heading. So if I select my text down here, I can make that a heading if I want, and so on. So that keeps it all a nice consistent look. If you've made a mistake, you want to delete that, you just come back to just mouse over the box and click the dustbin, remove element. Okay, and you can add images. So there's an image, drag here. I do recommend not to put video in the email. So we'll see later how we can post video on the site, and then we can just put a link in to the video. So in the link, for example, here, it's just some text. And if I actually click in the link, you can see I can edit the link by putting in a new video connection there if I want to connect video. It's actually quite good to have a link in the email because it makes people want to click it, and then you can see how much they're interested in your stuff. So you'll see the footer's already in here. Afraid we can't get rid of the free advertising for HubSpot unless we pay them loads of money. Oh yeah, so an image, so you can pick an image, and then you can upload images from your desktop as you want. Fine, so that's how to edit your newsletter. So I've created a new version, and it's all ready to go. So now I'm going. The other thing I'm just mentioning is it has first name in here, so automatically there's a little element in here, which is basically a personalization token, so you can put the first name in, but that's kind of advanced. So just make sure you leave it the way it is when you change the text underneath. And those come in from this personalized link here. Okay, fine. So when you're happy with that, you can do review and send. So review will tell you if there's any errors. Okay, I've got some errors in here. And then when you fix your errors, you can go through and actually send. What we have now is you'll see some settings in here. So let me just go back to the settings. So I should have got, okay, so the sequence is edit, then do your settings. So we'll see in a minute, there's some already preset lists. So we're replying to mail at sidebar compressors, use reply to address, and so on. And at the moment we just have a pretty vanilla subject line, which is what people see at the top, and then some information. So that's what people see just in the inbox in the subject line. Fine. And then when we want to send or schedule, then what we have is basically we have a list of newsletter recipients. We'll have a look at that in a minute, and a list of newsletter opted out. So obviously you want to send it to all the recipients, but not the opted out. This unengaged thing, I had this sent to off. I think I just would uncheck that for the first couple of sendings, right? And then finally you'll see a button that says send now or send later, schedule for later. And when you do that, then you hit review and send. That lets you do a review, and then there's a send button here, and then there's, because you're sending to a couple of hundred people, there's another confirmation of that at the end. Good. Okay, so that's how to create a new email, edit it, and then send it to everybody. The other thing that I would suggest you do here is you, at the same time, you need to create a post on the website. We'll talk about that in a separate video, but you'll keep the content ready here so you can cut and paste the text and images, because you're basically going to create a clone of this as a website news post. Right, okay, so let's go and have a look at lists. So in this other tab over here, so how did I get here? I came to CRM lists from my menu, and here you can see the list that I've set up. So basically there was the original import we did from all the email addresses right there, and go back, and you can see I've created 3 new lists. One is the newsletter subscribers. So this is the list of people who've gone to the website, they've seen the box that says subscribe to the newsletter, and they've ticked subscribe. That's where that one comes from. Then there's newsletter recipients. So this is basically the sum of the subscribers and the originals that we had. And then the fourth one we have here is newsletter opted out. So when we do send an email, you'll see that when people opt out, they come into this list here. And so in fact, the newsletter recipients, if you look at the filters, it's anybody who's either in the original list or is opted in. And then if you remember, when we were going to send out email in our send or schedule, we said don't send to newsletter opted out. So that's all set up, so it should just work fine. Good. Okay, so let's see what happens when we sent an email. So I'll go back to I'll exit this for now. In fact, I might just delete this one because it's not really very useful, because I was just messing around with it. So I'll delete that so it doesn't mess the thing up. And then if we look at the one we're just sending now, this shows you the status of this email. So you can actually click the email. It won't let you edit the one that you sent anymore. That's why you have to clone a new one. And then when you send out your email, after a while, it'll tell you how many. It takes about half an hour, and tell you how many people it's been sent to. So in this case, we sent to 341. We had 336 successful deliveries, 3 bounces. So you can see your bounces by clicking them. So these emails are unknown. So there's a mistake with the email. And we probably want to go and clean those out of the data at some point. And then this tells you how many of the successful deliveries, 336, people have opened. So we've got just under 12% opened. That'll grow as more and more people get to see it in their inbox. They might be busy doing other things. And then this percent of people who've actually clicked the links in the email to go and look at the content that's in there. Good, so that tells you the level of engagement. And obviously you do occasionally, you'll get some opt-outs. There's, out of these 340, we've had 4 unsubscribes, so not too big a number. And you can see here they've been put automatically in that unsubscribe list. Okay, so that's it for the HubSpot emailing. Yeah, good.